Jeffro from Two Hacks Garage. Well, it's a nice sunny Saturday morning. Finally not raining. Got this back yesterday with panels all painted on it and everything. Was going to show you what it looked like in the sunlight, but it was raining. We couldn't do it. So where are we at now? Well, Jimmy's got the cylinder heads on. We got the Hilborn injection mocked up. Jumping jack flash is looking like a dragster. It's truly come a long way since December when we started on this. But today, I think Jimmy's going to working on getting the Hilborn injection set up on this. Hopefully we can get it on by the end of this. He's going to tear it all apart. It's been many years since it's been together, but he's going to get that all torn apart, probably put new seals and stuff like that in it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start working on some of the small things, getting those tackled, getting those ready to go. So yeah, it's another day of working on jumping jack flash, the J&J Speed and Machine nostalgia front engine dragster, all the little things. We got a fuel system to plumb. We still got all those little things to do. But you know what, guys? It's come a long way. Pretty happy with it. With that, Jimmy's ready to work. I'm rambling. Let's get to it. See you in a few. All right, so what Jimmy did in that video was he took apart the Hilborn mechanical fuel injection. These are actually where the throttle blades are and where the nozzles go in. It's pretty neat. These are the big boy ones, as I call. These are kind of like a jet. This is kind of help, meter the fuel, if you want to call it. Jimmy went ahead and bead blasted the actual intake manifold base. And he might Cerakote it, but here's what's called like the pillbox. So this is like the main jet in it that's going to help distribute the fuel. These are the lines that go to the nozzle. So there's gaskets that we found underneath this that were good. They're like a copper. We're, excited that those are good because they can be kind of hard to find. So next thing is we're going to do is we'll get these cleaned up, do some inspection. These stacks, these are the D-shaped stacks, the D-bells. I am actually going to take these to go get them quote-unquote chrome powder coated probably this week. So when we have all this rebuilt, it'll be ready to rock and roll. But hey guys, back to work. All right, so you saw the intake manifold that was taken apart, and Jimmy glass bead blasted it. And what he did too is we took throttle bores apart. Everything is marked. Those blades have a certain orientation, and we marked them per hole which they go in. So when we put it back together, Jimmy knows exactly where they need to go. He went ahead and bead blasted this one too. And what he's going to do is he's going to Cerakote it, which is somewhat kind of like almost like a powder coat in a way. Jimmy, can you explain that a little bit, how that works?
It's just a ceramic paint. It works real well. I've used them on a lot of something I'm not supposed to say on this channel, but firearms.
Yeah, Jimmy's a gunsmith.
It works forever.
Yes.
I mean, it works on a lot of stuff. Automotive parts, firearms, typewriters, car parts. I mean, it works great. Good stuff.
Yep. Jimmy's a machinist, and he's federally licensed firearms manufacturer, and he's been doing this and that for absolute decades. So he's learned a lot of tricks of the trade. So basically, these get heated, and the Cerakote gets applied, and it creates a very, very, very durable surface that is resistant to oil and gases and stuff like that. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to take care of that. If you guys were wondering which Hilborn we're using, it is the Hilborn 327-C-8B. This one has been highly modified. This was actually originally set up, if you want to call it, for the roundy round guys or sprint cars. And there's a big difference in these. And in here, when it was originally designed, there was actually like an air venturi. So when the throttle bore slammed shut, it was able to, if you want to stay idle. So that hole right there allowed air to continue to cycle.
And when they went into a corner and they slammed the throttle shut to keep the engine from dying because it was rich, it would bleed air down here, and the nozzles right there squirting right at the valve on the intake port. And it would allow the engine not to die because you just slammed it shut and there was still fuel. So in drag racing purposes, you have to do as soon as I find it, I'll show it to you. What to do with it? Just have it.
But those holes have been...
Oh, here they are.
Trying to get a good view of that. The holes have been... Jimmy, did you put a...
I made this thing here out of stainless steel years ago. It's 5/8-24. In the casting, it's already threaded. And you have to make this to go down deep enough. And then I called the boys. Unfortunately, I called the boys at Enderley. Gene Adams is the one that told me to do it. This was long before Holly. But the reason being, Hilborn didn't have the nozzles that I needed. So, and Gene told me what to do. He told me what size to tell them and the length to tell them. But the time frame was going to be way out. And this is something that Enderley had in stock. So, typical pipe thread, 1/8 inch. But by screwing this in the hole, and then it's got a plastic Teflon washer on it that sits in the recess up here. And it plugs that air blade off completely. For drag racing, you're not into corners and backing on and off the throttle like you are on a sprint car. So 99% of the drag race motors anyhow, or a lot of them do anyhow, when you back off the throttle at the end of the 1/8 mile, 1,000 foot, quarter mile, whatever you're racing, the engine kind of wants to load up and die too, sometimes. And sometimes yes, sometimes no. But it's just a way with drag racing, and especially if you run nitro through these things. Gene told me you slam the throttle shut, it could go to a lean condition, and that's not cool with nitro. And not cool with anything really, but gas a little more forgiving and alcohol a little more forgiving than nitro. So it all worked out.
Yep. So that's something Jimmy modified to make this style injection hat work with drag racing. It's got the big throttle bores. That's a must. It's got it's actually got the right ports on the intake to match those Australian ported heads. So,
and I've modified a lot.
Yes.
Well over a couple hundred fuel injectors in my time. And with the help of Gene and the help of Don Enriquez, and with the help of, if it was an Enderley, with the help of Jim at Enderley, and sometimes I'd even do some of the old
Crower?
No, not Crower. Yeah, I did some of the Crower too, but Pete Jackson. That's what I was trying to think of. And I've taken a lot of Pete Jackson injections because they've been gone for years. We've modified Hilborn parts and put Hilborn barrel valves on them, and they work fine. I've got several of my customers out there that still have Pete Jackson cars, or Pete Jackson injected cars that they run in nostalgia racing, and people look at that old injector like, wow, wait a minute, that's a Hilborn. Yeah, call Jimmy.
Yep, call Jimmy. He's been around, guys, for a long time with these Hilborn things. I have a massive crash course that I'm going to have to learn. But yeah, this one's been modified for the drag racing world, and there's a lot of reasons. Again, Jimmy's race secrets, kind of. But you know what? It's going to be fast.
And if he'll pay attention to him, he won't crash the race car.
Yeah, I don't plan on crashing this race car. With that, guys, we'll catch you in a few. Well, if you guys are wondering how we're heating this after you spray it, it's got to be heated up for a while. Jimmy got the other side of the injection stack base done.
It's like baking cookies.
Well, Jimmy's also a baker. Yep, Jimmy's a baker.
I'm baking cookies.
He's baking Hilborn cookies.
Hilborn baking cookies with special ingredients.
Yep. Yeah, Cerakoting these clear. It's going to look beautiful. So yeah, guys, hot rodding always needs an oven.
Ooh.
Yep, there we are. Jimmy's baking some drag racing cookies. See you in about 2 hours. All right, well, here is the finished product. It's about 2 hours later, maybe a little more. Jimmy and I went and got some lunch. It's still hot, baking drag racing cookies. But as you can see, that raw aluminum finish, once you put the Cerakote clear on here, it really does have a really awesome look to that.
And it's clear.
And it's clear, yeah.
But this is your lighter color right here is where I didn't hit it with the brush. I mean the airbrush. It's going to work out okay.
It's going to work out really good. We got to let it cool, guys.
So two top pieces about 15 minutes, 20 minutes behind.
Yep, the actual injector bores, we're waiting for those to get done. You got to do it for about 2 hours, maybe a little more. A little more ain't going to hurt it. But yeah, that's where we're at, guys. Jimmy and I were talking off camera. Had to order some bolts and some parts so we can finish this up. So that'll be in an upcoming video of us assembling this and getting it on the car. So yeah, you know what? A good day. Another more progress. The car looks great. We're going to have ourselves a Hilborn injection setup that's pretty much freshened up and ready to rock and roll. Then we got to tune it, and that's going to be my crash course. So with that, guys, got to order some parts. Till the next one, see you soon.